This is so damn appalling to me, I can barely contain my fury. And I'm not kidding. The Associated Press, Paul Elias, San Francisco. Officials at a Northern California high school acted appropriately when they ordered students wearing American flag T-shirts to turn the garments inside out during the Mexican heritage celebration Cinco de Mayo. A federal appeals court ruled Thursday. And if you know the history of Cinco de Mayo, this reporter doesn't even explain it properly, but that's another issue. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said the officials' concerns of racial violence outweighed students' freedom of expression rights. This is stunning. Administrators feared the American flag shirts would inflame the passions of Latino students, I'm reading from AP, celebrating the Mexican holiday. Live Oak High School in the San Jose suburb of Morgan Hill had a history of problems between white and Latino students on that day. The unanimous three-judge panel said past problems gave school officials sufficient and justifiable reasons for their actions. The court said schools have wide latitude in curbing certain civil rights to ensure campus safety, except, of course, unisex or all-sex bathrooms. That's a must. That's a civil right out in California. This, ladies and gentlemen, is unbelievable. Where to begin? If people come into this country, they do not honor our flag. They do not honor our culture. And now we have to change, and I'm not saying all people, I'm saying the people in this particular case at this school. We have to change our behavior. We have to hide the American flag because of racial tensions. Let me tell you how this should have been handled. If there are racial tensions because of the American flag, then those who object to the American flag and create those tensions should be expelled from the schools. What the Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, this three-judge panel, should have done is made that clear. Yes, you have a First Amendment right to be a patriot, to wear the American flag respectfully. I thought this was America. And the deeper question is, why are these students committing violence or prepared to commit violence because other students are wearing the American flag? Does that not show you the complete deterioration, the chaos because of immigration? The lack of assimilation. The lack of assimilation. And so we have, not all, but too many people coming into this country. They come into this country to escape their own cultures, their own governments, or their parents do. And then this. And this is because we don't assimilate. This is because we don't, as a nation, promote our culture. And the more people who come here under the radar screen, the more people who come here illegally, the more this is going to happen. You don't have a manageable process in terms of numbers. You don't have a manageable process in terms of knowing who's coming here. It's assumed that every single person who comes here illegally, skilled, unskilled, illiterate, literate, illiterate in all languages, including their home language, or whatever, that somehow that's a noble person who will do noble things, whereas those of us who raise our concerns about it, there's something wrong with you and me. William Becker, one of the lawyers representing the students, said he plans to ask a special 11-judge panel of the appeals court to rehear the case. So he's going to ask for the entire court to hear the case. And he also said he's going to appeal to the Supreme Court if he loses. He said the Ninth Circuit upheld the rights of Mexican students celebrating a holiday of another country over U.S. students proudly supporting this country. Exactly right. This is a federal court, for God's sakes. Amazing. I don't know how much more of this crap we're going to put up with. I really don't. I don't know how much more of this crap we're going to put up with. Most of us know somebody, if not a blood relative, a friend, who has fought for that flag, and now that flag has to be covered up if students, racist students, decide to rise up and threaten violence or cause violence because the flag is shown during a Mexican holiday or some other holiday. And then, after reading that, I read this. Reuters. Mexican president indignant at U.S. deportations. I said, this S.O.B. That's right, I said it. Mexico City. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto said he is indignant at the United States' deportation of Mexican immigrants and described U.S. lawmakers as demonstrating a lack of conscience in failing to pass immigration reform. This guy who runs a country that treats immigrants into his own country, legal and illegal, like crap, is now lecturing us? His emboldened comments to Mexico's Univision channel followed days after his administration announced it had captured Mexico's most wanted man, drug lord Joaquin Shorty Guzman. Yes, it makes me indignant. It makes Mexicans indignant, he said. There's a lack of conscience, something which shouldn't only alert and worry Mexicans, it should also worry the American government, and they should take up the issue. The Russians have no respect for us. The Mexican government has no respect for us. Red China has no respect for us. All these little tin horn governments south of the border, Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua. Isn't that how it's supposed to be pronounced, Mr. Producer? Nicaragua, among others. They thumb their noses at us. Absolutely incredible. I'm surprised Obama hasn't said to them, I have a pen and a phone and y'all do whatever the hell I want. Instead, they're saying to him, we have a pen and a phone and we'll do whatever the hell we want.